Hello, Blythe Stevens here, MFA, Bliss Catalyst, and Creative Coach, helping multi-passionate creatives take leaps of faith as a Blythe Coach. And here today to report already on the activities of February, my goals, experiences, accomplishments, challenges, what went on in my life in the month of February. As recorded here in my bullet journal, we're seeing right here in my Rhodiorama current dot grid bullet journal. It's an A5 fountain pen friendly, which is why I've started using this particular kind of book, because I can use all kinds of inks with it and not have them bleed through or feather. Very, very fun times I'm having with that hobby, as well as my primary areas of focus. So what were they then in February? It was a short month of 28 days. I had a love, self-love theme for the whole month, which was shaped partly by romantic love and celebrating Valentine's Day, but also celebrating love within the community and neighborhood, and in Koeln for Koeln Karneval, and love with my community, love towards my own physical body, at least appreciation and respect, as a collaborator on Eating Disorders Awareness Week again this month. I shared a new blog with lots of resources about that event and folks and organizations that I know who are also involved in that good work towards healthy relationship with body, food, and eating. I also prepared for another upcoming collaboration, or what was an upcoming collaboration, which was International Women's Day, which takes place on the 8th of March during Women's History Month in March, and just a really important time to take a look again at intersectional diversity, equity, and inclusion, the importance of human rights worldwide. The fight continues to uplift all sorts of folks. During February, I did lots of teaching of my own regularly occurring classes, as well as substitute teaching new class offerings. I've got a new hip-hop elective course by popular demand, as well as my usual ballet courses and yoga online, in studio and in schools, coaching, all that. And published my review of the previous year, 2024, in video and in blog form as well, like this. Before I move on, had fun with my new perpetual monthly calendar stamp and some alphabet stamps, as well as using my Art Deco papers, origami papers officially, but I'm not using them from origami. Here's some gift wrapping and some stickers. Those are my goals. Some of the events, of course, were Eating Disorder Awareness Week was the last week in February, moving in through the weekend into March. Had some fun birthdays and special events, including scheduling finally, partly in February, partly in March actually, but for March, the following month, some important preventive care, medical appointments, checkups, things like that. So I've got good insurance now through the Artists Guild in Germany, and am able to take care of preventive care so I don't end up having any undiscovered conditions that could be easily treated. All of that good stuff. Very reassuring as well to check in with the physical body. Love and self-care also fits perfectly to the theme, as well as celebrating Karneval in all sorts of ways at a Sitzung, so a meeting of one of the Karnevals clubs in town, a Frikadellen-Sitzung. So we bought food. It was like a potluck picnic. Such a good time out with the ladies for Weiberfastnacht. and out to a special party from an alternative Karneval's club, watched the big parade with lots of political commentary as well as this classic Karneval sort of comedy and entertainment on TV on Rosenmontag, Rose Monday. And then I was feeling under the weather, so Ayla represented me at our local parade in our neighborhood. As I already said, had a lot of teaching, really jumped in February into the full year of teaching, dancing. Also into protesting because there was the big German election coming up and lots of demonstrations happening leading up to that. Important to also show our love for our community and the democratic process that way. Ayla was able then to vote. I am not able to vote here, at least yet, so I wanted to make sure I was still having my voice heard, being seen in support of what's important to me. Eating Disorders Awareness Week. Like I said, shared some of my own resources and learned some new things myself through the sharing of others. And on top of all that, had some really nice romantic dates and double dates with couples we know and birthday parties with friends, including a time machine, escape room, and lots of festive times, but then also the need to recover. For which reason I didn't do that much reading, just one fiction book finished, The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. I did like that story and the characters. The telling of it wasn't so much for me, but did like sort of what went on. Was worth reading. Listened to a lot of Karneval songs. My Ballet-licious Ballet plus Dance playlist was the accompaniment to movement classes. And in particular, in February, I enjoyed the Romeo and Juliet ballet, the dances of the nights, and the balcony scene. Most specifically are some favorites in different ways for the dancing and the music, both so inspiring, and my students found that as well. Got to see an American Murder true crime series, hack series. Oh, I liked that. Very humorous, but also dramatic. Dramedy. Love, just pure comedy. Ghosts, the new series, was so fun and helped get through the challenges faced that month. And Clean Slate, also quite enjoyable. The film American Fiction, how to describe it? Definitely not so much a comedy, but thought-provoking. Or Among the Media, I enjoyed in February. And then as far as what happened on the weekly spreads, we see I finished my reflection on the past year in the first week. There was some drama at one of the schools that I work at. An incident happened that needed to be addressed. Thankfully, we were able to do that. Had a fun date, picked up some new inks, and went to the bookstore. Got to dance tango together again, so picking that back up this year. And some birthday celebration. Yeah, I played with the dip pen and ink, so I got to sample all the new ones right away, as well as some of my pens. I love the colors of this paper and the inks on this week, as well as this week, where you could see how jam-packed it was with teaching and meeting and Valentine's Day and demonstrating and more meeting and planning. A lot went on because you feel in February, quarter one is moving along, things that are happening coming up at the end of the month and in March and further in the future all need to be happening. As the moon was full, also felt a little motivated energy. And did a lot of publishing these weeks. Oh, here's the time Zeitreise, the time machine, escape room card. Oh yes, made sure to download all of my Kindle ebooks while that was still a possible thing, so that I do have my own backup of all the books I have permission to read there. Went to one of our favorite little pubs, Katvinkel, with some friends. Did some deep cleaning, spring cleaning, birthday celebrating. Oh, this paper is also so pretty. I look forward to use that again. Is it black? Is it purple? I don't know. It's so pretty. And this pen, actually this pen that I was using with my straight edge sort of did bleed a bit there, spread, widened. It's so juicy, but you really see the color, that plummy violet color. So pretty. And into the last week of the month, as I said, we went to a special alternative carnival club party. It was such like a masked ball, but so sort of wild and silly and fun. The Karneval really came to a climax and to an end this week, as well as at the same time Eating Disorders Awareness Week. And started to feel under the weather, getting a cold for the first time this year, also this week, as we moved into March, which I'll be sharing in greater detail soon. There's been so many special events already happening this month that I feel behind, although what is behind? It's my own project, it's my own process. There's really no such thing as behind, but it feels like it because I want to be sharing things while they're relevant in real time, and sometimes that's not so easy to do with Eating Disorders Awareness Week and planning for International Women's Day and travels and all of that. Doing monthly reviews and weekly reflections and all of that sometimes gets a bit backed up, and then we play catch up, but isn't that sort of any habitual process? Sure, some of it's automatic habit, but sometimes things fall by the wayside, life happens, and we pick back up. And that's how the process goes. As winter turns to spring here in Koeln and in the Northern Hemisphere, that's been also a highlight, which I should put over here. Is there room? Of February, we see the first spring blossoms and hear the spring birds, and for me it really brings, and I know I'm not alone, a lot of hope. We start to see the sun a little bit more, flirts with springtime even though it's not really spring yet. Got to see Schneeglöckchen, snow bells, and crocuses. So I'm feeling purples and pinks and white, and no roses yet, of course, but the crocuses, the first daffodils I saw. So there's some yellow coming in, some blue skies, and soon to come the cherry blossoms and butterflies. We've got our first fly in the apartment, not such a highlight, but it's real life, and so many exciting things coming this spring. Also planning for travel, special workshops. I love the springtime here in the Northern Hemisphere, and happy almost fall in the Southern. Or if you're joining me at another time, I hope you are well. Take care of yourself and pay attention. Thanks for watching and for moving with me in spirit or in fact. And let's create some beautiful things together this springtime. I'll see you again soon.